Stifling a yawn, I trudge upstairs. It's been a long day, and all I want to do is relax. As I pass by Nicky's room, I notice her door is closed. Huh. I guess she is home after all. I think nothing of it until I hear a deep, extremely male laugh behind Nicky's door. Nicky's giggle shortly follows, murder mode engaged. What is this? There's a boy in Nicky's room? And they're behind closed doors? Not on my watch! I burst into her room, just kicking down the door. Yeah, that's right. I'm home, bitches! Nicky's eyes widen and her mouth drops open. The boy twists to look at me from the chair beside the bed. There's a boy in your room!
What are you doing?
That doesn't answer my statement. Who is this guy? Yeah, that's right. Nicky leaps from the bed and tries to push me away, but I stay rooted to the ground. Is this Ken? I turn to the guy, ignoring Nicky pulling on my arm. Are you Ken? He freezes like a deer in headlights and stammers out an affirmation.
Yes?
Is that a statement or a question?
Leave him alone. We're just studying.
Studying? Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yes? What? No! Studying as in studying!
She points to her bed. I take another look around the room. Nicky's bed is sprawled with books, tablets, and laptops. Ken is holding an open textbook in his lap, a look of pure terror on his face, as it should be. I'm not fooled. I know underneath that good kid facade, there's a demon just waiting to pounce on my cute, innocent emoto.
Ken is in my class, and we have an exam next week.
I glare at Ken, who cowers from my stare.
So, now that you know nothing weird is happening, get out!
I cross my arms. Actually, I think I'll stay and help you two study.
What?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Whatever you're learning now, I already studied.
Don't you have your own homework you can do? We're studying fine without you.
Are you sure about that? I think Ken here would appreciate the help. I glare at Ken, who gulps hard and nods.
Actually, it would be an honor to have the help of an ace pilot.
That's what
No,
I thought.
It wouldn't.
Hey, agreed with the scared man who just peed his pants. I narrow my eyes at Ken. Very suspicious. I've got my eyes on you. Don't try anything silly. Move him away. I'm moving him out of the room. Because this will be funny. Wordlessly, I cross the room and pull Ken to standing. I grip his shoulders and steer Ken towards the door. Although clearly alarmed, he doesn't resist. Once outside of the room, I close the door on him.
What are you doing?
He waits there. What is that face? What face are you making at me? He clearly can't be trusted.
He's not doing anything wrong.
I don't believe you. I didn't like that look he was giving you. A hesitant knock is heard on the door. In a minute, I will be right with you. Nicky glares at me.
Let him back in.
No. Why?
Just let him in.
That didn't answer my question. Nicky looks about ready to burst. Fine. But you have to keep the door open.
Fine. But you have to promise to stop acting so crazy.
I make no such promises, though. I'm not the crazy one. Regardless, as I open the door, I'm greeted by a very confused Ken. I grip his shoulders and steer Ken back into the room, then plop him back down in his chair. Continue. Turns around, walks away, and I exit the room. Luckily, my room is across from Nicky's. I leave my door open too while I try to work on my assignments. I'm too distracted to focus as I strain to hear what they're talking about. Every so often, I hear them repeat a math formula or compare answers on equations. Huh. I guess they really are studying. This time. Grabbing my clothes for the day, I get changed, then go downstairs into the kitchen. Nobody's home again? It's like I live alone. Opening the fridge, I spot a covered plate left for me. I unwrap the foil to find oyakodon. Not a traditional breakfast, but delicious nonetheless. Nicky must have been practicing her recipes and decided to use me as a guinea pig. I dig in with gusto. After eating, I notice a note from Nicky. By the time you read this, Uncle Kaito and I will be at his cafe slaving away. Just kidding. He won't be slaving, but hopefully I will. Volunteer work experience for the win. P.S. I spat in your food. Just kidding. No, I didn't. Or did I? Maybe if you were awake, you'd know. Interesting little P.S. Wow. She actually wrote that. Sometimes I wonder about her. Now I'm done wondering. At least she's looking to gain some experience in the food and beverage industry. Working at the cafe will give her a lot of insight into what goes on into running a restaurant. I guess that means I should decide what I want to do today. I wonder what Yuna is up to. Commitments to hang with Sho and his brother, or just sleep in. Skip this day. Yuna! Between the cooking club and the improv class, hanging out with Yuna has been a blast. I wonder if she's up to anything new today. I pull out my phone and dial her number. It rings. A few times. Still going.
Hello?
Oh, I was getting discouraged that you weren't going to pick up. Hey, Yuna.
Oh, hi. Sorry about the delay in picking up. I was working on something and left my phone upstairs.
That's okay as long as you're okay. And not screening my calls. Or mad at me or something. Oh, sorry if I'm interrupting.
It's okay. I'm just practicing my English.
English?
Yes.
A few seconds of silence pass, as the stupidity dawns on me of, yeah, I know she's taking English.
I have a test coming up and coming for speaking.
I have a speaking test coming up would be the more natural way to say it.
Oh, I see. I thought it sounded a bit off.
I was very confused there for a moment. Want to practice with me? Good luck with your studying. Bye. You want to practice? If the test is for conversing in English, I can help out if you like. Yuna answers enthusiastically.
Really? You don't mind?
Not at all. It involves spending time with you.
Then yes, I'd love your help.
I chuckle. You didn't even have to think about it first. Yuna laughs.
I was actually going to call you for help, but I figured you didn't want to spend your Saturday teaching me English, especially when my speaking level is equivalent to that of a child.
Yeah, but you make more sense than small English children. I don't mind. Again, get to spend time with you. That's all I want to do.
Thank you so much. Do you want to meet at the library?
On campus?
No, I was thinking of the one in Isokaze. We should both be pretty close to it.
Sounds like a plan. I'll see you soon.
Okay, see you there.
After hanging up, I searched directions to the library on my phone. It's only a short drive away. Good call, Yuda. I ready myself and head out. Big question, why don't I offer to get her a ride there, because she doesn't live all too far from me? Why don't I just pick her up and we go? That would have made so much more sense than doing it this way. Once I'm nearby the library, I'm impressed by the magnificence of the building. It's a lot larger than the one at Ace, and the outside architecture is reminiscent of the building style of 30 years ago. It's a great contrast among the more modern structures surrounding it. I could tell the library has a lot of history. I park my bike on the street and follow the path to the library. I mean, it looks like we're outside, but the path winds through a quaint park with luscious greenery on a small fountain. Food trucks park along the edges, offering tasty treats like ice cream and taiyaki. Before I enter the library, I shoot Yuna a quick text to let her know I'm here. She responds immediately, telling me to meet her on the second floor. The inside of the library is every bit as modern and reminiscent as the one at Ace. It doesn't surprise me. Our modern facilities are the most comfortable and technically relevant. Yeah, technically, I thought technologically for a second. It's much more conducive to research. Yuna greets me at the top of the stairs.
You're here!
You are so damn cute. I nod.
I managed to book us a private room so we can chat at a normal volume without disturbing anyone.
Good idea. Sounds good to me. I follow her into the study room. Whereas the private study rooms at Ace also had the basic table and chairs, this room has a touchscreen wall. Very nice. Yuna's notes are already spread across the table. I'll admit, I'm a little surprised you said you needed help with English speaking. After all, Hamleta is pretty advanced literature.
Oh, well, I find reading and writing to be a lot easier to grasp because I have more time to think about what I want to say. Plus, I can review what I've already read or written to make sure I'm understanding everything correctly.
That is fair. She gives me a shaky smile.
But speaking doesn't offer that luxury. I feel like I'm put on the spot, because I kind of am, and I have to respond quickly and correctly. It's really stressful. Plus, it's hard to pronounce everything right.
Don't worry about it. As Tucker once said from Red vs. Blue, people learn English all the time. It aren't that hard.
I'm a little jealous by how well you speak Japanese, even though it's not your first language.
I use it all the time. I am kind of amazing, aren't I? I guess. Well, I use it all the time, so when you're more fluent, when you use it more often, your ability to be more fluent is much better. I couldn't find whatever words I was looking for. Had that thought, just kind of let it go, but I use it all the time. Nicky and I speak Japanese to each other at home. Plus, my mom used to only speak Japanese to us even while we were living in the States.
Oh, so you've had constant practice.
Exactly. Yep. Anyway, how did you want to practice?
The exam will be formatted to simulate a conversation, so maybe we can just have a normal conversation?
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Wait, are we starting?
We already have.
Okay.
She smiles.
My name is Yuna. Yuna Misaki.
I'm gonna have to work on slowing down my speed in talking, because for this, she's never gonna understand me if I talk at a normal pace. I am Sylarclone. They call me Leonardo DiLaprio. Tempted, but not a normal conversation. My name is Sylarclone. I go to Ace Academy.
Me too. I am also a student at Ace Academy. I am studying...
She wrinkles her nose as she tries to think of the word.
in the medical program.
Physiotherapy?
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. We continue to speak in English, and even though there are the occasional pauses as Yuna tries to recall a word or how to express her thoughts, she manages to carry the conversation for a long time. Sometimes she'll stop the conversation to check her pronunciation. I mean, English is hard. The more we practice, the more she improves. The halts in her speech lessen, and she speaks with greater confidence. We've talked about so many things today.
Yes, we have.
Yuna smiles.
I am much better at oral now thanks to you.
I'm sorry, what? What did you just say to me? I mean, what? Oh my. Better at speaking. Oh, I have to say something. Oh my. I'm too stunned to respond, but my cheeks immediately flush red. Yuna's eyes widen at my strange reaction.
Why are you acting like that?
Should I tell her? It might make things awkward. Yeah, we need to tell her. She should know what it means in case. I don't want to tarnish her innocence. No. We're taking this Band-Aid off right now. And damn those legs. Okay, she should know. The way you phrased oral in your sentence? She listens closely. It can be interpreted as... This is difficult to phrase without coming off as perverted. She listens raptly to my every word. How am I supposed to explain this? No, you just gotta... Don't worry about it sounding perverted. She needs to know. So, oral can mean speaking, but it is also related to the mouth.
Okay.
The way you phrased your sentence, it can be interpreted as slang for sexual pleasure derived from...
I understand.
Yeah, I know. I tried to put it as delicately as possible. Yuna interrupts me and her face turns bright red.
I didn't mean...
She buries her face in her hands. After she has a chance to compose herself, she emerges from behind her hands. Her face is still red. I guess it's better you found out from me instead of saying it to the professor. Her eyes widen in horror.
I would have died if that happened.
I don't think she's kidding. No, she's not.
Thanks for telling me, though. I, wouldn't have known otherwise.
That's why I'm here. English has so much slang, and that happens to be one of them. I don't think Yuna will ever say oral again. Or at least if she's going to say it, she's going to think very hard about if she's going to actually say that word. Yuna looks at the mound of notes still on her table and sighs. What's wrong?
I still have homework I need to complete for all of my other classes, but I've been so focused on my exam that I haven't even started on anything else. And I have some logistical stuff to take care of for the Dashu event tomorrow.
You mean for the photo shoot? She nods. Yuna will burn out if she hops right into more work. Maybe you should take a break before tackling all that.
I don't know. I don't think I have time for one.
There's always time for a 15-minute break. She doesn't seem thrilled by the idea of more work. I think she can be persuaded. Alright, but since I helped you with your English, you have to do me a favor first. Yuna looks at me.
Oh, okay. What is it?
The puppet master pulls the strings. I need to think of an excuse to get her out of the library. What if we... Oh! I got it! Ice cream!
Ice cream?
Ice cream! No, but down low, down here. Ice cream. Yes! I saw a vendor outside. You owe me 1 ice cream cone. Consider it payment for my tutoring services. Yuna laughs.
I suppose that's only fair.
Damn right. Success? Shall we?
Sure.
She packs up her stuff, and we head out of the library and straight for the ice cream truck. Laughter and chatter floats on the cool breeze. I take in the ambiance as we wait in line. Yuna studies the flavors, but glances at me when she feels my gaze on her. She flashes me a smile.
Next.
We walk up to the window.
Hello there, young miss. What can I get for you?
Hi, I'll just have a vanilla, please.
Of course. And for you, young man?
I'll get pistachio ice cream if you have it. Why would I ever do that?
Coming right up.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, just not something I would normally order. Yuna looks at me with curiosity. What's up?
Nothing.
Okay. It certainly doesn't feel like nothing.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Thank you. I go to pay, but Yuna already has her card out and hands it to the man. Let me pay. Free ice cream is the best ice cream. Each pay for our own? I mean, we did kind of agree that she'd come out and pay for my ice cream as a way to pay her back for her to pay me back for the tutoring lesson, but it was really just a bait. Let me pay. I scrambled to pull out my wallet, but Yuna shakes her head.
I owe you one, remember?
Yeah, but I used that as a bait to get you outside. No, it's okay. The ice cream man hands Yuna her card after tapping it against the machine.
Enjoy.
Damn it. I guess this battle is over before it began. Next time. After she pays, Yuna points to a bench.
Let's go take a seat.
All right. We sit down and stay silent as we enjoy our frozen treat. Every so often, I catch her staring at my ice cream. It seems like you wanted pistachio too. Yuna quickly looks away.
Sorry for staring. It's nothing like that.
What is it?
It's just a really strange choice of flavor.
I'm sorry? Her eyes widen as she realizes how that came across.
Wait, I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean it's not a popular flavor here. There's only one person I knew who liked pistachio flavor the best.
Her eyes become a little dimmer. She said, "Knew." Yeah, I knew instantly who we're talking about now. Your boyfriend. Well, me, yes, apparently. Your coworker, your friend, or family. It's green. Duh. Besides, we know who she's talking about. Do you mean you die? She blinks at me in surprise, but then nods. Yuna becomes quiet. She looks away, but not before I catch the way her eyes glistened. She rubs at her eyes.
Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
No, it still does. It does matter. She looks curiously at me. I don't know what happened to your brother, but I know it must have been something tragic.
How?
I can tell from the way everyone avoids his name. She hangs her head.
They do it because of me.
You don't have to feel guilty. She gives me that look again, a mixture of curiosity and bewilderment.
How did you know that?
Because I know what it's like to lose someone you love. Her look softens. Do you know why I came to Izokaze?
To join the pilot program at ACE.
That's only part of it. I came here so Nicky wouldn't have to be alone after our parents died. Her eyes widen, then she looks down. I'm just dropping microphones with this. Just boom, just lay that bombshell down. Damn.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't talk about them much. Not even with Nicky. I don't want to think about what happened to them, and sometimes I feel guilty because it feels like I'm trying not to think of them.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yuna takes a deep breath.
Yudai was a pilot too. He was actually the captain of the same team Akira is in now, and Dashu was their first sponsor. Yudai was Ace Academy's hidden jewel. Everyone noticed his potential, and he already had offers waiting for him before he even graduated. But then it happened.
I stay quiet.
He had a cardiac arrest during one of his matches.
I blink in surprise. In all my musings and wonderings, I hadn't even considered that to be a possibility. How did that happen? Pilots are usually in the peak of health. Yuna nods.
We were just as surprised. A few months earlier, though, he developed high blood pressure. He had medication to keep it in order. But during that match, he didn't take his medication.
Oh.
He didn't forget. He wasn't like that. You know that during season matches, you're subjected to drug tests, right?
I nod. That was standard practice back at CINY, too. It's probably standard for all schools.
If he'd taken his medication, it would have showed up on the report. And then that would have revealed his health condition, which would have not only disqualified him from the match, but also jeopardized his entire piloting career.
Yuna looks down.
Being a pilot was his dream.
I think I remember a discussion Yuna and I had a while back in which she'd mentioned pilots were punished for properly containing certain disorders because their medications were considered a risk. No wonder she's been so adamant for reform. I'm quiet as I let all of this sink in. All of our suspicions have led up to this. This is the reveal. That's a very messed up situation. But being a pilot myself, I can see where he was coming from. Yuna nods.
Me too. That's why I decided to study piloting health. How many pilots do you think have suffered the same fate as my brother because they feared the dream they worked so hard to achieve would be taken away? And most of the time, it's through no fault of their own.
I nod. I can hear the pain in her voice, but there's nothing I can say that will make her hurt go away. She falls silent.
Thanks.
For what?
I haven't told anyone this before. I didn't think I was ready to talk about him, but now that I have...
She smiles at me, and there seems to be a spark of hope in her eyes. Maybe now she can start to heal.
I'm glad.
I match her smile. That's what I'm here for. Something went plop. We blink at each other, then look at Yuna's hand. More specifically, her naked cone. Oh, why must someone so cute lose their ice cream? She must have tilted it during our conversation and the ice cream slid right off the cone and onto the bench.
No! Ice cream!
I know! Oh, why is she so sad? Now I'm sad. She pouts and looks so crestfallen. I can't stop my smile. I try to hide my amusement, but she looks so cute when she's dejected. She looks so cute all the time. Unfortunately, she notices my failed attempt at keeping cool and sticks out her lip.
This isn't funny.
You're right, it's not. You have to admit, it's a little funny. She shakes her head.
Not even the slightest.
Why must you keep getting cuter? Time to get another cone. Let's share mine. Sucks to be you. You want to share mine? Because you've been eyeing mine. Do you want to share mine? I offer her my cone. Her cheeks flush and she shakes her head.
I couldn't.
I don't mind. Plus, it's cute and adorable and a great way to transition into being a couple.
Are you sure?
I nod. She tucks her hair behind her ear, leans in close, and bites off a part of the ice cream cone. Wait, what?
What?
You can just bite ice cream like that? She nods, smiling happily. You are not human. No one should be able to do that. She starts to giggle, but quickly puts her hand in front of her mouth. I laugh. We finish the ice cream together. Do you want to get back to studying?
Yeah, but before I do, I want to show you something.
She grabs my hand with both of hers. Well, she's excited.
Come on.
Whoa, okay. She leads me through the park, frequently glancing back at me with excited smiles. The further we go into the trees, the fewer people we see milling around. Yuna stops abruptly.
We're here.
Well, ain't that something? That is quite the view. Trees surround us on all sides, only opening up to frame a picturesque view of the ocean. The clear blue sky blends into the deep blue of the water. Birds sing a soft melody in the trees, complementing the serenity of the place.
What do you think?
Yuna searches my face, still holding my hand. This view is amazing. Pull her into my arms. I'm gonna pull her closer. We finally have the opportunity to. Why not? I feel closer to her than I've ever felt before. She makes me feel calm and grounded and always brings out the best in me. I shared a deep part of my heart today, and not only did Yuna understand and accept me, she felt close enough to me to share her own story. I've never made so true a connection with anyone else. Now is the time. Do it. I want to hold her in my arms and let her know how I feel. If I do this, there's no turning back. Is this really what I want? Yes, now's the time. Do it. Do it now. Worried by my silence, Yuna looks down.
I'm sorry.
She tries to turn away, but I don't let her. Instead, I gently tug on her hand and pull her into me. She glances up at me in surprise as she falls into me. My arms wrap around her waist as I steady her. Her hands land on my chest, and I'm sure she can feel how rapidly my heart is beating. Our gaze locks. Yuna stares at me with her big doe eyes. Man, am I good. It's beautiful. Her cheeks turn pink and a smile spreads across her lips. As she melts into me, her arms snake around my neck, closing the distance between us. I breathe in her perfume of lavender in spring as I feel her press closer against me. My breathing becomes shallow. Yuna's face is inches away from my own. Her breath tickles my skin. Then I taste the sweetness of ice cream as our lips meet. Without hesitation, she deepens the kiss. When we finally pull away, she flashes me a breathless smile. Why is she so damn cute? We enjoy each other's company, happy for the solitude of nature. I don't know how long we stayed there together before Yuna reluctantly had to go back to her studying. Once we're back in the busy park, we say our goodbyes, and I head home. Wow. I think we just got a girlfriend. Heroes, I think we just got a girlfriend, and I think that's going to be the best place to end it. As always, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to let me know by hitting that like button down below or leaving a comment. It really does help me out. If you're new to the channel, or have not done so already, make sure you unleash your power by hitting the subscribe button down below today as well. And I will see all you heroes in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.